basically today the training topic is social media tips to help you grow your business. And I like to preface it with, this is what I have done for my business. So you might watch some other YouTube trainings or other trainings from other leaders that have done things differently. So just kind of like pick and choose what you think would work for you, because maybe what worked for me might not work for you, or vice versa. And everything that I say isn't like, set in stone Bible, the way to do it. It's just the things that I do and have done in the last 7 years to grow my business through social media. So one of the first things that it's important for us to look at when it comes to our business is having a framework of how we use our social media. And I think it was through the book, Sarah Robbins, the Power of Network Marketing, I think it's called. That book, she said something along the lines like building an audience. And that is something that has always stuck with me. So in this business, you have to look at yourself like the superstar, like the lead actress of a telenovela, the superstar of your brand. And you were trying to build an audience that's watching you day in and day out, that you're staying relevant in their mind, right? Not somebody that you meet one time, either at a home party or at an event or at a networking event or whatever, and then they don't remember you anymore because there wasn't any connection. There wasn't, we weren't building an audience through our social media. So one of the biggest things is making sure that we're funneling and connecting with people through our Facebook and our Instagram, right? I have my notes here to make sure that I don't forget. So in the beginning of my business, I grew my business through home parties. I mean, I had 2 to 3 home parties every weekend. Cupcake, get out of there. And that is really how my business grew, making sure that I was connecting with all of the, not only the host, but her friends and her family. And what I would do is, obviously, I would always play games, right? Because we want to make sure that we're having fun at these home parties. But one of the games that I would do is I would give away tickets for certain activities. So depending on, what was the type of growth that I wanted to have, did I want my emphasis to be in a booked party? Did I want my emphasis to be in somebody joining that night? Was it that I wanted them to connect on social media? Would determine how many tickets I would give. But usually I would give like, okay, hey ladies, so, at the end of the night, there's going to be a prize. And throughout this evening, I'm going to give you opportunities to earn tickets. One of the ways that you can earn 3 tickets right now is by following me on Facebook. And then they would do that. Okay. And then another way, who wants to earn some more tickets? Okay, follow me on Instagram, give them 3 more tickets. Then say, all right, so whoever takes a picture that you're in this Scentsy party, that you're having a good time, tag me on it, say having a blast with my friend and Scentsy consultant, would get 3 tickets. So now that was a way for me to expand my reach greater than just that home party. So the idea is tapping into the people that we meet and their network in the hopes that somebody that they know is watching and it's like, oh man, I love Scentsy. I've been needing a Scentsy consultant, or they're also now going to begin following you. So that's something that for me worked really well. And it was just a really quick and easy way to grow my audience. And then I would do the same thing with, booking a party or joining. Hey, whoever books a party today is going to get 10 tickets. If you like what I do, you can see how awesome these products are. If you want to earn some extra income on it, if you join Scentsy today, you'll get 20 tickets. So that was just one of the things that I would do, that ticket game. And now with online parties, we can still do the same thing. So if we're having online parties, you have a hostess, in your, your Facebook group or the page, whatever you create to have that online party, these new guests, you can offer them tickets as well. Like, hey, I'm going to be calculating entries throughout this party. There's different ways that you can earn entries. One of them is following me, sending me a friend request on Facebook, sending me a friend request on Instagram, booking your own party. So you can still transfer over the same like methodology, even though it's a different type of party. So those are some things that I would do for that. Then also events. This is a really, really a big one for me. I know everyone does events differently. Um, I do events for lead generation. Sometimes I might, if I have like an excess of free and half off rewards, I might, sell them at a vendor event. But for me, my main thing is connecting with the community, making sure that they are following me on social media. And there's a few ways that I do that. Before, I used to do the enter my drawing. So I always try to have a small little giveaway. If it's like a kids event, I might either, if I have like a Scentsy buddy or something like that, I might not raffle, but that would be the prize. Or for the mom, if I mean like a mini warmer or something like that, something that I can get them to fill out that entry form, because on that entry form, it's going to let me know if they're interested in joining, if they're interested in booking a party. And I also now have their information to follow up after the event is done. And I always make sure that I say, hey, thank you so much for stopping by my table. I just wanted to, thank you and let you know that although unfortunately you weren't the winner, for every order that is placed this weekend, I am throwing in a little special bonus gift. And the bonus gift can be like a scent circle. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. And then or when I used to do it this way, I used to go on Facebook or social media and find them and send them a friend request. And I can't begin to tell you how many people that throughout the 7 years, I have built so much of my audience that there's people that years later will buy, years later that will join or host a party that I don't even remember where I met them from, what event. I just did my job of building an audience, and eventually all of that starts to pay off because they're watching. So now what I do, I might alternate between the box, the enter the drawing box, but I also now have a QR code to both my Facebook and my Instagram. And I let them know, hey, super easy. By the way, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram today, that's going to be your entry towards this prize. And I'll be contacting, the winner this evening. And pretty much that's it. And you'll know because of all the friend requests that you got within that time slot that you were at that vendor event. And now you're connected with them. And now you can later on the same thing. You can thank them for stopping by the table, whether they won, congratulations, or if they didn't, hey, thank you for stopping by my table. I already contacted the winner, but I just want to let you know that for every order placed this weekend, I will be throwing in a little complimentary, gift. What can I help you? So that's what I do now. And again, the QR codes, it's just a super quick way. We all know we use it often. Scan the code, boom, they're connected with you. Let's see here. Social media. So again, these are all ways that you can build your audience. So for social media, I'm very big on, I try to thank every order through social. So taking a post, thanking them on their social media. So that way, and I do it on Instagram, I do it on Facebook, and I even do it on stories. It might be a little OD. I really don't care because I want to show them that I'm thankful. And I also want to get that exposure to their friends and their family. So the idea is hopefully that on their stories, they're going to go ahead and share it. If it's on Facebook, that it's going to show up on their pages. So again, the same thing, their friends and their families can see it. You can have a generic thank you post. Because I design so many flyers, I use Canva. And if I have a little bit of time, I will it's one template that I use over and over and over again. I try to, whatever they ordered, I try to like grab the pictures and just add them on to that template. So that way, my friends and my family that are on my page, along with my customers, friends and family, are seeing the different products that we have. So it's not always just a generic blank thank you, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I want my friends and my family to see something different every time I'm thanking them. So that way they're seeing a summer rain warmer, or they're seeing a diffuser, or they're seeing a pet line. Each time that I'm thanking them, they see like, wow, I didn't know they had that product, or wow, I didn't know Scentsy had such a variety of products. And it also is showing the success that you're having. that you're thanking all these customers all the time. There must be something good. It's creating a buzz. So we have to create a buzz about our business by doing things like that, kind of giving yourself that own recognition from those customers' orders. So that's step number one. Okay, it's build the audience. Now that you have the audience, you're building the audience, what is the next thing that you have to do? Number two is you have to give them a show, right? You have to give them something that is worth watching, something that they're not going to disconnect from or unfollow you. Because just like a telenovela or anything that you might watch on like regular, TV, if you were watching a TV show and it was 100% commercials, you wouldn't be watching that very long. You would switch the channel, you would be bored, like what's going on? I came here to see some content. Why am I only being sold to? So it's really important that on our social media that we balance the content that we put in. The way that I like to see it is 80-20. 80 should be, kind of like your non-Scentsy stuff. And 20% should be Scentsy stuff, right? Whether that's promoting, whether that's like Tuesday tips, what do you want Wednesday wax warming? What are you warming on Wednesday? Things like that, tutorials. But the 80% is really important because people do business with people that they like, know, and trust. So we have to give them something that lets them know who we are, like making them connect with us, because they have options. People have options, but there's only one of you. God only made one of you. You're special. There's none like you. And it's important to show who you are so people can connect with you. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to identify 3 things that define you. Is it family? Is it your love for cooking? Is it yoga? Is it fitness? Is it traveling? Is it that you're a foodie? Is it your fur babies? Do you like crocheting, arts and crafts? Like whatever it is, I'm challenging you to identify 3 things and try to share more of that. So now when people, if let's say crocheting is your thing, right? Maybe you show crocheting tips, how to get started, giving people value. So it's really important that when we're sharing that, we're giving something that people are like, oh, wow, like that's so cool about her, or, oh, I didn't know that, or I didn't know I could do that, or, oh, that's a cool restaurant, like, thanks for sharing that. So let me make sure I don't miss my notes. So try to find those 3 things and balance it. And obviously, like Scentsy could be, one of the 3, but try to make it a good balance on your page where it's not just constantly like them being sold to. And also the lifestyle, showing how much fun Scentsy is. Like, it's not always about like, oh, join the team or buy from me. Sometimes we have to be very strategic in how we can ask for those things without asking for those things, and sharing how much fun you're having with Scentsy, sharing that maybe on a Monday, you're off, or you were able to take off because of Scentsy, or maybe you were able to get your hair and your nails done because of Scentsy. Maybe take a little bit of a picture of that, and then just say, hashtag like my Scentsy life, or, thankful for Scentsy that I can, have self-care. Like sometimes it's about what Scentsy can do for you, that attraction marketing, showing people what Scentsy can do for you, or showing how the products work for you, how our counter cleaner, cleans that stainless steel refrigerator, or how our all-purpose cleaner, can clean everything. So making sure that we're incorporating it into our lifestyle and making it look really attractive. And maybe you're reading a book, drinking, coffee in your Scentsy mug. You can just write that saying like, I love to relax with a book in my hand. What are some things that you do to help you relax? because that's another really important factor. And there's two things that I don't want to miss in that. One is the subtleness of having that Scentsy mug, and then maybe hashtagging like my Scentsy life. But then two, the engagement. It's really, really important. And this is actually step number 3, is engaging with them, because it's 3 steps. Making sure that we are engaging with our customers, and that are, or not even customers, with our social media feed, and that they are engaging with us. Because with Facebook or Instagram, that affects the algorithm. So the more that the social media pages see, like, oh, okay, you know, she is talking to her and she is responding back, or, oh, she keeps commenting on her page, they must really like each other. So let me keep pushing out her content to this person. So the more that we can get people commenting, the better it is for us. And the better it is for a relationship, because this is a relationship business. So things like, what do you like to do? A call of action towards the end of your post, something that they have to comment. What is your go-to way of self-care? How do you like to, you know, relax? Or asking questions. Hey, can anybody recommend a good restaurant in downtown Orlando, or wherever it may be? People love giving their opinions, and we want to give them an opportunity to voice their opinions in a, you know, in a positive manner on our pages, so they're engaging with us. It could be polls, showing like 2 warmers, A or B, and then maybe a third picture of like a house or like a bedroom or something, and say, hey, which one would you pick to go into this room? Which one do you think matches best, A or B? So one, they're engaging with you, but at the same time, you're also showing them products. They're getting attached to a decision that has to do with Scentsy, and they might fall in love with that warmer, be like, oh my God, that's so cute. I didn't know that you had that. I want to place an order. You know, kind of like the this or that. And it could be with Scentsy. It could be with, you know, pizza, 2 different types of pizzas, just something where you're getting people to engage. Let's see what else. Which one would you pick? Let's see. Engagement posts, warmers, wishing people happy birthday, you know, just if you can, try to go through like your Facebook and see whose birthday it is, and just wish them a happy birthday, preferably like in direct message, so it's a little bit more private, and they see it. Or even sending an audio message kind of goes a long way, like, wow, that's really nice, this person, you know, went ahead and sent an audio message to me. Let's see, so I talked about Tuesday, you know, you can do Tuesday tips, sharing tips, you know, Scentsy tips. What are you warming on Wednesdays? And then reels, you know, that's kind of like a whole nother topic, but I encourage everyone to, you know, YouTube, you know, how to do reels 101, or just go through Instagram and just kind of play with it while you learn it. That's kind of how I figured it out. I just kept playing with it, and I'm still learning. You really can't mess it up. You know, if you don't like it, delete it. If you have teenagers or small kids, I guarantee you they probably know better than you do, and that I do, how to make TikToks and reels. So ask them. And also, when you are now listening to reels or TikToks, listen to them through a different ears. Right. So when I'm hearing or watching reels, I'm listening through the idea of like, how can I incorporate this with my business? How can I plug Scentsy into this? Whether it's the business opportunity, whether it's a party, whether it's about the products or whatever, how can I do it? So, and even like seeing other companies, other women making content for their companies, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like now I know that I could plug my product in this way. So I get a lot of ideas from other people and other, you know, direct sales company. So, and start saving the audios. So that's what I do. If I see one, I save it. I might even like, I have another Instagram account, so I'll like send it, like direct message it to my other account, and I'll write like a little note, like, okay, this is for, you know, when people say you can't make money in Scentsy or something like that. Because you'll have so many like saved audios, you'll forget what is what, and to listen to each one is a little annoying, but that's what I do. So figure out how to make reels, because reels, your reach is going to go so far beyond like anything in just your regular page. So it's important to really tap into, Reels and TikToks and learning it, how to use it for our business. And kind of like what I was saying, I'm wrapping up. I know I speak really fast. The goal was 30 minutes. So yes, make the Scentsy life attractive, give yourself that shout out. If you're in the top 20, if you're the sales queen, show that, let people see the success that you're having, show the recognition that you're getting, because some people are not getting recognition anywhere, not from their families, not from their relationships, not from their jobs. And seeing you get that recognition, that might make them be like, wow, you know what? I really like that. Like, I don't get that anywhere. And they seem so positive and so supporting and like they're rooting for each other. I want to be a part of that. So give yourself that shout out, show those charms and those awards that Scentsy has given you. Or if you're in the top 20, make it attractive. The happy meals, the trainings, when we're going to world tour, when we have team trainings, when we're doing Zoom calls, when we're going to Scentsy family reunion, all of that kind of stuff you want to showcase. You want to showcase the culture, the community, the education, the recognition, all of that, because it shows that you're not by yourself and that they are not by themselves when they come and join this, this team. Because that does a lot more than just, hey, join my team, or hey, buy from me. When we're showing how the products work for us, when we're showing how the team is a community, how Scentsy in a whole is just such a different vibe, that works so much better than just, a standalone commercial. So that's pretty much all that I had. I know that was like really fast.